Stop scrolling. Before you toss another penny, you need to see this. Some seemingly ordinary wheat pennies are secretly worth an absolute fortune. We're talking millions. In this video, we'll show you exactly what to look for so you can identify these incredible treasures hiding in plain sight in your own home. Number 1. What if I told you that a single penny, yes, a simple 1-cent coin, could hold the power to rewrite your understanding of American money forever? Hidden among billions of ordinary coins lies one of the most famous minting mistakes in U.S. history, a coin so legendary that even the most experienced collectors dream of holding it in their hands. This is the story of the 1955 wheat penny with no mint mark, a coin born from error, elevated by rarity, and immortalized by its mystique. Numismatics, the art and science of studying coins, is not just a hobby, it is a journey into America's hidden treasures. Every coin tells a story, from its creation to its accidental imperfections, and those stories often turn small change into priceless history. The 1955 no-mint mark wheat penny is one of those extraordinary pieces, a true symbol of how one mistake inside the U.S. Mint became a timeless legend in the world of collecting. Let us travel back to the mid-20th century, to the bustling halls of the Philadelphia Mint in the year 1955. It was a time when every detail mattered, and yet, one night, a small alignment error during the minting process changed history. A misalignment of the coin's die, the metal stamp used to strike the design, caused a dramatic doubling effect on the obverse, or front side, of the coin. The result was a doubled image of Abraham Lincoln's portrait and the inscriptions, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and 1955. This striking and unmistakable feature made it instantly recognizable, even to the untrained eye. This accident produced only about 24,000 coins before the error was caught, but by then, it was too late. Many of those coins had already entered circulation, mixed among millions of ordinary pennies, quietly waiting for someone to discover their hidden worth. Imagine the thrill of finding one of these rare coins in your pocket change back in 1955. A true treasure disguised as a simple cent. Now, let us look closer at the design that made the wheat penny such a classic of American coinage. The obverse features the beloved profile of Abraham Lincoln, first introduced in 1909 to honor his 100th birthday. The reverse side displays two elegant wheat stalks curving along the edges, framing the words 1 cent and United States of America. This design, known as the wheat ears, reverse, remained a symbol of strength and growth during a defining era of the United States. The 1955 no-mint mark wheat penny stands apart because of its dramatic doubling, which affects every major element on the obverse. Under magnification, the letters seem to vibrate, the date appears shadowed, and Lincoln's outline feels alive with motion. Collectors often describe it as a coin that speaks, not through words, but through its undeniable visual power. This is not just a printing flaw, it is a moment frozen in metal, a reminder of human imperfection transformed into lasting beauty. Because this famous error originated from the Philadelphia Mint, it bears no mint mark beneath the date. While other minting locations, like Denver and San Francisco, stamped their marks with pride, Philadelphia's coins of this era remained unmarked, which adds to the coin's mystery and purity. It is as if the coin itself refuses to reveal its origin, leaving collectors to marvel at its silent story. Over the decades, the 1955 double-dyed penny has become one of the most studied and sought-after error coins in numismatic history. It sparked public fascination, appeared in newspapers, and even caught the attention of non-collectors who began checking their change in hopes of striking gold, or in this case, copper. Today, the demand for the 1955 no-mint mark double-dyed penny has only grown stronger. Genuine examples are rare, and they are often counterfeited, but experts can easily identify the real ones by the crisp and complete doubling on all inscriptions. Every collector dreams of finding one, and many have spent years searching through rolls of old pennies just for a glimpse of this iconic piece. Now, the question every collector wants to know: how much is it really worth today? Verified auction records reveal the astonishing truth. A high-grade example of the 1955 no-mint mark double-die wheat penny sold for over $114,000 in a major auction, setting a benchmark that still excites the numismatic world today. Even circulated examples, with visible wear, can fetch several $1,000s, depending on condition and color tone. That means a coin once worth only 1 cent has transformed into a 6-figure masterpiece, an extraordinary return for a simple pocket find. The 1955 no-mint mark wheat penny is not just a coin, it is a legend, a symbol of how imperfection can become perfection in the eyes of collectors. It stands as a reminder that the world of numismatics is filled with mystery, beauty, and endless surprises waiting to be discovered. Whether you are a beginner searching through your loose change or a seasoned collector chasing your next great find, this coin represents the dream that keeps the heart of coin collecting alive. So, keep your eyes open and your curiosity alive, because the next rare treasure could be hiding right in your own pocket. And who knows, maybe your next discovery will be the coin that makes history once again. Number 2. Imagine holding a small copper coin in your hand, one that looks ordinary to most people, but within its tiny frame lies a story of history, craftsmanship, and the quiet power of rarity. What if I told you that this simple 1-cent piece could connect you directly to the heart of mid-century America, a time of recovery, growth, and renewed national pride? Today, we are uncovering the secrets of the 1950 wheat penny with no mint mark, a coin that might appear common, yet hides a fascinating world of value, history, and hidden treasure waiting to be found. Numismatics, the study and collecting of coins, is far more than a hobby, it is a journey into time itself. Every coin tells a story of who we were, how we lived, and what we valued as a nation. The 1950 wheat penny may not seem like a miracle of rarity at first glance, but once you understand its origin, condition factors, and collector demand, you will realize why even a coin struck in the millions can become a true prize for those who know where to look. Let us go back to the year 1950, an important moment in American history. The Second World War had ended only a few years earlier, and the United States was entering a new era of prosperity. The Philadelphia Mint, the oldest mint in the nation, was hard at work striking billions of coins to fuel the growing economy. Among these coins was the humble Lincoln Wheat Penny, bearing no mint mark, which identified it as a product of the Philadelphia facility. Although the mintage was high, around 377 million coins, not all survived in pristine condition, and very few were preserved with full original luster and sharp details. That is where the real story of value begins. The 1950 no-mint mark wheat penny carries the classic design by Victor David Brenner, a design that has become an American icon. On the obverse, we see the noble portrait of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, surrounded by the words, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty," along with the date, 1950, placed to the right. This portrait had already become a beloved image in American life, symbolizing honesty, courage, and leadership. On the reverse, 2 beautiful wheat stalks curve inward from each side, framing the words 1 cent and United States of America, with the Latin phrase E pluribus unum at the top. These wheat ears represent hard work and abundance, a perfect reflection of post-war America's optimism. But what makes the 1950 no-mint mark penny stand out in the world of numismatics is not just its design, but its preservation and subtle varieties. While millions were produced, only a fraction remain in flawless mint state red condition, untouched by circulation and aging. Many coins of this era quickly lost their bright copper-red luster, turning brown from oxidation over time. Collectors prize those rare examples that still blaze with fiery brilliance, as if freshly struck from the dies more than 70 years ago. Another fascinating detail lies in the subtle die varieties that can be found on the 1950 issue. Some show light doubling in the lettering or date, and a few display minor die cracks or die chips, small imperfections that make each coin slightly unique. These features are closely studied by dedicated collectors who specialize in rare varieties, and they can add significant premium value when properly authenticated. Over time, the 1950 no-mint mark wheat penny has gained strong respect among serious collectors as one of the last true, classic issues of the early Lincoln cent era before the transition to the memorial reverse in 1959. It represents an age when coins were made of 95% copper, a metal that holds both beauty and enduring worth. The solid copper composition, combined with its timeless design, makes this coin a tangible piece of American history that collectors love to preserve and showcase. Now, let us talk about what truly excites every collector: the real auction values. The highest verified auction record for a 1950 no-mint mark wheat penny in pristine mint state red condition reached an astonishing price of more than $11,000. Imagine that, a coin originally worth only 1 cent, now commanding a price in the 5 figures because of its perfection and rarity in preservation. Even examples in lower uncirculated grades, such as mint state 65, can bring several $100s, while well-circulated pieces still hold strong collector appeal when they show excellent color and detail. This is the magic of coin collecting, where knowledge transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary. The 1950 wheat penny with no mint mark may not be a famous era coin or a once-in-a-lifetime find like the 1909 SVBB, but its strength lies in its quality, history, and its place in the heart of American numismatics. Every collector who studies it gains a deeper appreciation for how beauty, survival, and condition work together to define real value. So, the next time you sort through an old jar of change, pay attention to those older copper cents. You might just discover a coin that glows with history, a 1950 no-mint mark wheat penny waiting to remind you that true treasures are not always the rarest. Sometimes, they are the ones that survive time in their purest form. Keep searching, keep learning, and never stop exploring the incredible stories that live inside the coins of the United States of America. Number 3. Imagine reaching into your pocket, pulling out a handful of old change, and spotting a copper coin so ordinary, yet so powerful, that it could hold a secret worth thousands of dollars. Among the millions of Lincoln Wheat Pennies ever struck, one particular version has continued to capture the hearts of collectors and treasure hunters for decades. This is the story of the legendary 1944 wheat penny with the D mint mark, a coin that embodies history, mystery, and the excitement that keeps numismatists searching every day. Numismatics, the world of studying and collecting coins, is a universe filled with hidden treasures waiting to be uncovered. It is a passion that connects us to the past, allowing us to hold a tangible piece of American history in the palm of our hands. Each coin tells a story of artistry, economics, and human craftsmanship, and few coins tell that story as vividly as the 1944 D wheat penny. Let us travel back to the year 1944, a time when the United States was still deeply engaged in the Second World War. The demand for metal was enormous, and in 1943, the mint had produced pennies made of zinc-coated steel instead of copper to save materials for the war effort. However, by 1944, the mint returned to copper, specifically, recycled shell casings from the battlefields. That means the 1944 D wheat penny you might find today could have been struck using the very metal that once served on the front lines of history. It is a coin literally born from the remnants of war and transformed into a symbol of peace and progress. The Denver Mint, identified by the bold letter D below the date, played a vital role in producing the 1944 wheat pennies. That year, over 430 million coins were struck at the Denver facility, making it one of the highest mintages of the wheat penny series. But do not let the large number fool you. Not all 1944 D pennies are equal. Some rare variations and preserved examples are worth far more than their face value, and it is these details that separate ordinary coins from extraordinary treasures. The design of the 1944 D wheat penny remains one of the most beautiful in American coinage. The obverse features the dignified bust of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, which first appeared in 1909. It is surrounded by the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," above, "Liberty," to the left, and the date, 1944, to the right, accompanied by the small D mint mark representing the Denver Mint. The reverse displays 2 graceful wheat stalks curving inward to frame the denomination, 1 cent, and the words, "United States of America," with the Latin motto, "E pluribus unum," arched proudly above. This combination of artistry and symbolism has made the Lincoln Wheat Penny one of the most cherished American coin designs ever created. Now, what makes the 1944D issue so fascinating to collectors is its subtle but valuable variations. The most famous of these is the 1944D wheat penny struck on a steel planchet by mistake. This error occurred when a few leftover steel blanks from 1943 were accidentally fed into the coin presses. Instead of being made of copper, these rare coins were struck in gray-colored steel and have magnetic properties. Only a few of these rare 1944D steel cents are known to exist, and they are among the most sought-after era coins in the world. Even regular copper 1944D wheat pennies can vary greatly in value depending on their condition and color designation, whether they remain full red, show a mix of red and brown, or have tone to a rich chocolate brown. Collectors prize those coins that still blaze with their original red copper brilliance, especially when every detail of Lincoln's portrait remains sharp and clean. The better the preservation, the more impressive the value, and the more thrilling the discovery. Now let us talk about what every collector truly wants to know: the real market value and highest verified auction records for the 1944D wheat penny. In recent years, a perfectly preserved 1944D wheat penny in stunning mint state red condition sold for over $12,000 at auction. Meanwhile, the ultra-rare 1944D steel cent, that legendary wartime error, shattered records with a verified sale reaching an incredible price of more than $115,000. Imagine holding a coin once worth a single cent, now valued higher than a luxury car, all because of a minting mistake made more than 80 years ago. Every 1944D wheat penny, whether common or rare, represents a moment in American history that you can hold in your hand. It tells the story of resilience during wartime, the craftsmanship of the Denver Mint, and the enduring fascination of collectors who continue to search for that one perfect coin. It is proof that in the world of numismatics, true value is not always about rarity alone. It is about the connection between the coin, its story, and the passion it ignites in those who discover it. So keep searching your jars, your drawers, and your old rolls of pennies, because your next great discovery could be waiting right there. A 1944D wheat penny glowing with history, ready to remind you that sometimes the smallest coin can hold the biggest treasure of all. Number 4. Imagine a coin so rare, so mysterious, that even the most experienced collectors tremble at the thought of discovering it. A coin that was never meant to exist, yet somehow slipped through the careful hands of the U.S. Mint and found its way into history. This is not just any penny. This is the legendary 1944 steel wheat penny with the S Mint mark, one of the rarest and most valuable coins in all of American numismatics. Numismatics, the study and collecting of coins, is a world of hidden treasures and untold stories. It is a journey that transforms ordinary change into priceless relics, connecting collectors to the very heartbeat of American history. Few coins capture that spirit more powerfully than the 1944 steel wheat penny, a coin born by mistake, preserved by chance, and celebrated by every serious collector who knows its story. To understand why this coin is so extraordinary, we must first travel back to the wartime era of the early 1940s. In 1943, the United States Mint faced a severe copper shortage because copper was desperately needed for the production of ammunition and military equipment. To conserve resources, the Mint made a bold change. It produced 1-cent coins from zinc-coated steel instead of copper. These coins, known as the 1943 steel cents, were lighter in color, magnetic, and unlike any pennies Americans had seen before. But when 1944 arrived, the war was nearing its end, and copper from spent shell casings became available again. The Mint resumed producing pennies in their traditional copper alloy. However, in a moment of human error and historical accident, a few leftover steel planchets from 1943 were mistakenly used again at the beginning of 1944. Out of billions of copper pennies struck that year, only a handful were made in steel, and among those, only a few bear the coveted S Mint mark of the San Francisco Mint. The 1944 steel wheat penny is a true miracle of survival. These coins were struck on gray-colored zinc-coated steel planchets instead of the standard bronze composition. They can be easily recognized by their silvery appearance and their ability to stick to a magnet, a quick test that instantly distinguishes them from ordinary copper cents. The obverse of this incredible coin displays the familiar portrait of President Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner, with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," above, "Liberty," to the left, and the date, 1944, followed by the small S mint mark beneath it. The reverse features two beautifully detailed wheat stalks framing the denomination, 1 cent, and the words, "United States of America," with the proud motto, "E pluribus unum," arching across the top. Even though the design remained unchanged, the metal composition gave this coin its legendary identity, a steel cent that should not have existed in 1944, because so few of these steel cents were struck in 1944, and even fewer have survived. The 1944 steel wheat penny is considered one of the most valuable era coins in U.S. history. Experts estimate that only 2 or 3 genuine examples are known to exist today. Each one has been carefully authenticated and certified by leading grading authorities, and when one of these coins appears at auction, it instantly becomes the center of global attention in the numismatic community. Now, let us talk about its astonishing value. The highest verified auction record for an authentic 1944 steel wheat penny reached an incredible price of more than $407,000. Imagine that, a coin originally worth only 1 cent, struck by accident, now worth nearly $500,000 because of its unmatched rarity and historical significance. Even lower-grade examples, if ever discovered, could easily sell for hundreds of thousands of dollars depending on condition and authentication. This coin stands as a testament to the unpredictable beauty of minting history. It represents how an era can become a masterpiece and how the smallest oversight can create one of the greatest treasures ever to exist in American coinage. The 1944 steel wheat penny is more than metal, it is mystery, it is history, and it is the ultimate dream of every true collector. So, keep searching your coin jars, your inherited collections, and those old rolls of pennies that have been sitting untouched for years. Because somewhere out there, perhaps still hidden in plain sight, another 1944 steel wheat penny might be waiting to be discovered, and that discovery could change numismatic history forever. Number 5. What if I told you that a simple penny from the year 1939 could be hiding a story worth far more than its face value? A coin so common that millions passed it by without a second glance. Yet to the trained eye, it holds a secret that only true collectors understand. Today, we are uncovering the mystery behind the 1 cent wheat penny from 1939 with no mint mark, a coin that represents not just a piece of metal, but a living fragment of American history. Welcome to HD Coin's world, where every coin tells a story, and every story brings us closer to the heart of numismatics, the world of hidden treasures waiting to be discovered in your very own pocket change. The year was 1939, a time when the United States was recovering from the Great Depression and standing on the edge of a world at war. Franklin D. Roosevelt was president, and across the nation, the humble 1 cent coin carried immense value in daily life. The wheat penny, featuring the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, was already an American symbol of endurance and integrity. Minted in Philadelphia, the 1939 no-mint mark penny became one of the most circulated coins of its time, yet, within its simplicity lies a depth of beauty, craftsmanship, and hidden value that only collectors appreciate. On the obverse, or front side, we see the strong and timeless bust of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. A design first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the centennial of Lincoln's birth. Every detail of Lincoln's face, from the texture of his hair to the firm expression of wisdom, reflects early 20th century engraving mastery. Above his head, the words "In God We Trust" shine boldly, while to the left appears the word "Liberty," and to the right, the year 1939. The absence of a mint mark beneath the date tells us it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, the oldest mint in the United States, and the only one at the time that produced coins without a mint mark. Turning to the reverse, the design is equally powerful. Two stylized wheat stalks curve gracefully along the sides, giving the wheat penny its famous name. Between them are the inscriptions 1 cent and United States of America, standing as a proud declaration of national strength during an uncertain era. Above it reads the Latin phrase E pluribus unum, meaning, out of many one, a motto that perfectly symbolized America's unity during a decade of global turmoil. The coin's bronze composition, 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, gave it a warm reddish tone that has aged beautifully over time. Some specimens today display deep brown patina or stunning red luster, depending on how they were preserved, making them prized by collectors. But here is where the real excitement begins. While the 1939 no-mint mark penny is not the rarest wheat cent ever made, its true worth lies in its condition and historical purity. High-grade examples with original red surfaces and sharp strike details can command incredible prices at auction. Collectors chase these coins in pristine condition because they represent an untouched piece of pre-war America, a coin struck before the metal shortages and wartime compositions that would change U.S. coinage forever. In circulated condition, a typical 1939 no-mint mark penny may be worth just a few cents, but in uncirculated or mint state grades, the value climbs dramatically. Coins graded MS-65 red by the Professional Coin Grading Service have sold for hundreds of dollars, while near-perfect examples graded MS-67 red have brought astonishing sums at major auctions. The highest verified auction record for a 1939 Lincoln Wheat Penny with no mint mark reached an extraordinary $5,750, for a flawless red specimen that gleamed with its original copper brilliance. That is thousands of times its face value, an incredible reward for a coin many would overlook. What makes this coin even more fascinating is the story it tells about the artistry and precision of early American minting. Each strike, each detail, and each tiny imperfection from the die gives us a glimpse into the craftsmanship of the Philadelphia Mint during the late 1930s. For collectors, finding one in high grade is like holding a perfectly preserved memory from a generation that lived through some of the most transformative years in American history. In the world of numismatics, every coin carries a voice from the past, and the 1939 wheat penny with no mint mark is no exception. It whispers of resilience, craftsmanship, and the everyday value of history that we can still hold in our hands today. Whether you are a seasoned collector or just starting your journey, this coin reminds us that even the smallest pieces of metal can reveal the greatest stories, if we only take the time to look closer. So next time you come across an old penny, do not dismiss it as ordinary. Examine it carefully, look for the year, the mint mark, and the details that make it unique. Because in this world of hidden treasures, the next rare find could be sitting right in your coin jar, waiting to tell its story. And if you love discovering the secrets behind rare US coins, make sure to stay with HD Coins World, where every video uncovers another piece of American numismatic history.